Another day in paradise, right?
That's right. Have you seen the cover of Vogue with Rihanna?
No, I haven't.
You should take a look. Well, Rihanna's pregnant.
Oh, we know that.
She's on the cover of Vogue magazine.
Okay.
Vogue magazine.
Oh my god.
Looking full and pregnant. Very pregnant. And she said things like, there's a problem with Americans hiding pregnancy and pregnancy shaming pregnant women.
How do you feel about that?
I think that she's right. I think that that's one of the most natural process ever.
Because you've experienced pregnancy through me.
Yeah, how did you feel about it? I'm not the one. I'm in no position to answer that kind of question.
Like, just by looking at it, from your position, how did you feel about my changes and whatnot?
It was
How I
slow
looking.
and it happened like it was gradual. But then it's like your body can handle it. It's a miracle the way it works. How you can expand so big and then shrink in overnight. Wasn't that how it happened? I felt like I woke up one morning and you shrunk.
Yeah, after it was like, I think the week after I had the baby, it was like I woke up one morning, my belly was just back to normal. Like it suddenly just deflated, and I was like, whoa. I mean, because yeah, like after I had her, that whole like first week, it was still huge, and I'm like, why isn't it going down?
What was shopping like for you? Shopping as a pregnant woman. Shopping for clothes. Specifically.
I didn't really shop. Because we were all like, we don't spend money on clothes. We don't spend money on stuff. So I bought a few outfits, but like a few pieces, not really. But I never actually bought full-on pregnancy clothing. I stuck with regular clothing that just was meant to be worn loosely. So that, because I felt like, well, why should I invest in something that is only going to last me for a few months? I should just buy a few pieces that I can wear after pregnancy as well. That was my mental.
I like that one pink dress that we took pictures of.
Yeah, actually that was a maternity dress that I bought specifically just to take pictures. That was the one maternity piece that I actually did buy.
Well, Rihanna has a problem with maternity dresses because she thinks they're ugly. And she thinks that, well, you should be able to dress the way you want as a pregnant woman. And the pregnant lines of clothing should look nice and sexy and all of that.
Yeah, I haven't really gone through the pregnant sections or the maternity sections in any clothing store. Only Walmart when I kind of like just walk by. So the selections aren't very much. You don't have much to choose from. There's like 3 items. And they're all pretty much the same thing. Like just a big oversized like frilly shirt.
Like curtain?
Yeah.
just
kind of like
just wrap your bed sheet around.
That's really all it is. And then you have like the pants with like the elastic and like the stretchy fabric that goes over your belly. That's all it is. Those are the only options. So I don't know what it's like in other sections, or I think there are more options online.
Well, let's talk about the real problem here. The real problem is society's reaction to pregnant or lactating or breastfeeding women. It's like, oh, you're so cute, so beautiful, you're making a human being. But then on the other hand, we're feeling like, oh, keep it away from me. Like, can you find a room? Can you hide while you breastfeed? We don't want to see that.
I felt really weird anytime I tried to breastfeed.
Hey, you remember that one day we were at where were we and you were concerned about breastfeeding? We were at that big restaurant downtown, something. That big warehouse place, public market.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, Amara was crying and you wasn't sure if you.
I was like, I think it was probably my first public time trying to breastfeed, and I was just like, how do I get this thing around me? Because I was looking for the cover, And I'm just like, I don't know if I can do this. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know. It's not gonna work.
You're so
Like,
concerned
I was
about
so
what people
scared.
were thinking. I remember you had that cover, but even with the cover, you didn't want to do it. You were worried.
I was worried about a lot. I was worried about drawing too much attention. And yeah.
Why were you worried though?
I don't even know. Like, I just.
Because we've seen breastfeeding women before. And
It's actually rare. I don't see very many breastfeeding women.
That is true, actually. So there is really a stigma around breastfeeding.
I think I've seen it in the wild once, to be honest. And when we were going on our walks, like my second, the second month when we actually started trying to exercise in the mornings, and then we finally got somewhat used to breastfeeding in public with the cover and all that, and just sitting on the bench in the park. So it turned out to not be that bad, but it took me a while to feel okay with that. And I was still kind of like, but it wasn't that bad. So I was probably like the only breastfeeding woman out in the wild that people ever see, because I've only seen it one time.
So there's really a problem, man. Because,
Yeah.
you know,
'Cause I know there are babies out there.
I think there's just something with our culture, because when you go to other cultures, being immigrants, other cultures are not embarrassed about breastfeeding in public. You see women here and there just
My
like,
mom always breastfed in public. I mean, she always had a blanket to throw on, but she always was just like anytime the baby cries, she'd be like, and then throw a blanket over her.
it's time we change that. It's time we make it okay for anybody breastfeed. And we've got to get that stigma away, because it's very natural. It's as natural as anything. It's as natural as burping, farting, peeing. It's as natural.
Go on.
It's as
Pooping.
natural as eating, pooping. It's a natural process. We've got to get rid of these idea that certain things, certain bodily functions or things that we do are taboo. I don't understand that. You know, even sex is like a taboo as well. people react to sex like you're talking about pouring hot oil on an animal or something. Bruh.
What in the world? That's awful. Oh my god.
Why do we react so negatively about it? Everybody has sex. That's how we all got here. Some of us. You know?
I mean, some of us.
I don't know. Some people didn't get here from
Some
sex.
people just like happen.
Some people crawled out of a rock. From under a rock. From holes.
Spontaneous generation? What?
Some people have mushrooms. They grew out of dead people. We're weird, man. We are weird. Y'all are weird. Be free. Don't let anyone judge you. And even if they do, it doesn't matter. Live your life. If you're a breastfeeding woman, if you're a pregnant woman, flaunt your shit proudly. You know, you're doing an amazing thing to humanity. You're putting another human being in this earth. Be proud. Flaunt your big belly and be proud of it. And when the baby is here, whoop out your boobs and feed your baby. You're nurturing a baby. That's a big deal, big fucking deal. So be pregnant and proud. Be a mother and proud. Say it with me. I'm a mother, I'm proud.
I'm a mother, I'm proud.
There you go. If you're a friend of Gary Vee, then you would really like Vee Friends. Vee Friends Series 2 is the second iteration of his NFT collection, which first launched in April of 2021. Now we have a second iteration. I couldn't get a chance to get in on the first one, but I'm so excited to be part of this second iteration because I really believe in Gary Vee and what he has to offer the NFT community. Let's dive right in. I'm on the friends list, and to get on the friends list, it's already too late because you needed to own a Book Games NFT, which was like the pre-Apple to the real game. Anyway, mint price is set at 0.335 ETH plus gas, and when it goes live, I think that's gonna happen after April 24th. It becomes public and you can mint. Pay attention. Go to veefriends.com. Let me warn you that there's a lot of scammers out there trying to get your precious ETH. Beware of them. Don't go on those fake websites. The only trusted site that you can go to is veefriends.com. I guarantee you, you will not regret it. All right? veefriends.com. Let's fucking go.